in the top five, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on another SEC rival, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Gamecocks. Get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. The Tigers offense going to get the chance to start this game off. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal, though, in this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for a crease, it's Gray. Breaks into the open. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Auburn lines up quickly.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
They're going to ride this running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the wide receiver. Now the play fake. Makes the grab on the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on 1st and 2nd down because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They're working that left side.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Quick release by the QB. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Going for it all. Touchdown, Tigers! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Harris. He's got great speed. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Gamecocks. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Back to pass on second down. Running into the open space. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
So South Carolina's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. There he goes. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Solid run on the last play. Sets this offense up on first down. To the ground. He's got it again. Picks up the first down. Still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Guys, let's chat just for a second about South Carolina. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. I want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. Looking to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. And the D denied them on second and goal. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And this one is perfect. Hold on just a second. A flag down. Let's see what's up with that. You must protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty is going to give the offense a first down. looking for a physical attack from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You hear a lot of coaches talk about bend, don't break, and it's in these areas of the field down in your own goal line defensively where you want to just stiffen up. And they did a really nice job on first down, stopping the run. Here we go on second. There's a good chance the offense tries to run it again.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
So here comes the Auburn offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Tackle is made at the 23. Let's call it a 5-yard pickup.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly. Running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
Picks up the first down. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. They go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Unloads to the right. It's caught downfield. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. They have set the tone in this one already inside a minute to play in a wild first quarter. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They knock him down at the 21. It's a pickup of 5 yards on the play and enough for a first down. The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Might as well give it to him again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Fires to the tight end. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. A first down run on the doorstep. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one shouldn't be too taxing, a 23-yard try. Smashes it between the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Ohio is up big right now, and what's shaping up to be a blowout those Bobcats fans will remember for some time. They're up 14 over UMass. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
Oh, he's got some space. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. They'll run it from the gun. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. It's complete on the right side. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8.
And I like it. 3rd down and short, and this offense stays aggressive, and now they're set up. Forget the field goal. We're not looking for 3 now. Now set up in a 1st and goal, trying to...
He's going for the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, South Carolina!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
On the option. Breaks the tackle.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that 1st down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the...
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
From the gun to give, looking for room. Hard-nosed, determined effort to work his way up to the 35-yard line. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the third possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical third down, forcing an incompletion.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first two drives. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Looking downfield on first down. Fires on the move. Wide open downfield. Looking for more room. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has them set up 1st and 10 at the 19. On the run, it's Gray. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Now with a 1st and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses.
Tight end trying to get in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Tigers. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And they tack on the extra point to cut the lead to 21-17. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time. Turning it on! Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They'll give it to him again. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The play action fake. Looking for a deep man. Touchdown Gamecocks. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Rourke. And the returner is stopped. Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Quarterback on the keeper. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
They'll try to get the first through the air. It's complete to the left. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Hauls it in. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Looking to throw for it. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. The Tigers have this offense rolling. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Working that left side now. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. Auburn lines up quickly.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll send the back in motion. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Got his man in the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Under fire. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
You know, as defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
Fires downfield. He's got an open man. Breaks free. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Gamecocks! They've got the lead and trying to put this one. Hammerlock here in Week 10.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He's going to bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So here comes the Auburn offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
Push down for the tackle. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
Thank you very much. That's what the quarterback's thinking on that last play. I think he was even shocked that his receiver was that wide open downfield. He'll take it.
Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He's got it. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Rourke. Touchdown, Auburn! A great catch and run for 6.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Shoots it to the left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He'll pull it down. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on 1st down. Bring in the heat. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now 3rd down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
One more snap coming before halftime. Running back searching for a hole. He gets it to the 38-yard line, but this defense forces a 4th down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work in Auburn, Alabama so far, and welcome into the halftime report.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. Hauls it in. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the running back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Well, there's another outstanding run. You've been seeing that all season long. I think we all expected this guy to be really good as a true freshman. I don't know if anybody expected this. The fact that he's in the Heisman...
Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it from the gun. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, this guy has exceeded all expectations all season. We knew and we thought he would be talented. He'd leave a mark on the offense. I don't think anybody expected him to be in the Heisman race this late in the season as a true freshman. He is just special.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. Makes the catch at the 30. Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last drive was a a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. How about picking up tough yards like that as he gets to the 22? The Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And this guy has had a tremendous season. When you're getting mentioned for the Heisman Trophy as a true freshman running back, that is absolutely insane, and you've seen it all throughout the years, the big plays, the explosiveness, the speed. This guy has been unbelievable.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Bunch formation for these receivers. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
The give on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
He's going to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run. Conventionally, they'll do it between the tackles, they'll do it outside, but there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game, and I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Fires to the middle. Makes the catch. It's Coates. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They just keep firing. Quickly complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. The Gamecocks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. Get it out on the screen. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen, but you can tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing their 3rd down.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
There is a sense of urgency happening right now on defense. Backed up, close to their end zone on that 3rd down. They stop the run. They stuff it. Now setting up 4th.
Snap in the shotgun. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And that is why timing is so important in the passing game. That is a critical 4th down. Down near the goal line, everything's going to happen quickly. It's got to be a great route. The quarterback has to get rid of it on time and make an accurate throw. 2 dudes on the exact same page coming up with a massive touchdown. The goal line on 4th down.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. The give to the tailback. There he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Off play action on 1st down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
And that's a missed opportunity. I mean, he had him open. He could have thrown that football maybe with just a little bit more touch. He had plenty of mustard on it. You could see he threw a bullet. But sometimes when those guys are wide open, you see quarterbacks they try to aim it a little bit too much, and it'll come up short.
And a play like that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out. And out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the air, it's Bryant. Finds the tight end. They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out in the air. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Pass completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got it! They will score! Touchdown, Auburn!
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. And the Gamecocks lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Got the first down and more. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. The Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. They'll try the run. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Back to throw, it's Avant. Grabbed in the middle, it's Peters. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Don't worry about it, baby. Second down.
Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Off play action. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. He'll keep it himself. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating the ball down the field. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The Gamecocks, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks! The lead gets bigger here in the fourth quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. Oregon delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way LaMichael James, Kenyon Garner, and Jonathan Stewart used to do it. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole. The quarterback throwing a strike.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Floats it out in space. Plows through the defense. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll run play action. Looking left. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Tiger! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but better job by the hands team falling on the football.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time. They had a much better field position this time around.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly.
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They've been running it, but now the pass. Moving out of the pocket. Lets it fly. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Big fella's not going to make it to the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. Less than a yard to go for a 1st down, and the offense will remain on the field.
Timeout, South Carolina.
They've already put this game in a hammerlock, and now they'll go for the submission hold on 4th and goal. Looking to get it in. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive. The Tigers are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Off the play fake on 1st down. That internal clock just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
And the South Carolina offense will take over.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they tried to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game.
Turning it on. To the house. Touchdown, South Carolina. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? All season long, they've done enough to win week in, week out. It hasn't always been pretty. They haven't always brought their A-plus game to the park. But they won a shootout today. Both offenses trading blows back and forth, and they were able to come out on top. And the offense, to me, is the reason they're still undefeated today.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positive.
Yeah.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. That 1st down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down from the 16. Back to throw, it's Bryant. He's taking the deep shot. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a 2nd down. Finds his tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do...
It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They'll start this drive with a pass. Fires to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Using his legs to buy some time. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. These corners backing off a bit. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meet face, ball game over.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.